Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Tangledeep. So, I was looking at the jobs and I think we ought to take a little bit of Sword Dancer. Sword Dancer has some great skills that benefit anybody who uses a melee weapon, but in particular I'm interested in Phoenix Wing. I'm not 100% sure how the synergy here works, but if our movement abilities landing on a space in the Phoenix Wing path will proc the Phoenix Wing damage, it seems like this could be very powerful. Because again, we already have a couple of movement abilities, and we're going to pick up 2 more once we end up in Brigand. Plus, we can pick up the Sword Lunge here, and there's a lot of just generally good stuff in Sword Dancer. So we're gonna take Sword Dancer. At some point, we want to do some Boudica. At some point, we maybe want to do a little edge thing, like pick up the Song of Might, which is great. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But for now, I think this is where we're going. There's a couple of passives in Boudica that I'd really like to pick up. In particular, I'm thinking, where is it? Yeah, Vital Point Explode. We're going to be doing quite a bit of fire damage once we go Brigand anyway, since all the fire bombs and everything. So that's potentially interesting. I don't know. Let's do this for the moment. Okay, so we wasted a whole 7 job points. Not too bad. You can see I went and insured our pet. I thought for a little while about whether I want to try to go into that poison gimmick, but the fact is we only have the tools to make 1 good poison weapon, and that means that if I swapped to a poison ring instead of the Titan's Glove, only our main hand damage would be boosted by the poison ring, and if we get the tools to build another poison weapon, or we end up with a poison claw or something like that, then we'll switch. For now, I'm confident sticking with the gear that we have. I think this is all good stuff. Also, we're gonna, every time time advances until Wando leaves town, we're gonna come back to town and check with him, because he's selling a number of like tier 5 items. He doesn't have a tier 5 knife for us, but every time his gear refreshes, there's a chance that he will roll a really good knife for us to use. So we're just gonna push on until that happens. Hey, what the heck was I doing? We gotta fight a guy in Fungal Caves 9. We gotta find some stairs in Fungal Caves 8 and 9. Okay. Pet shop. That's Charms of the Spirit. Of course, always good, but we have not been here. We have not been running around for long enough for the goods to refresh there. Man, there are a lot of side areas in here. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, some free spectacles. Hard to be mad about that. Let's go ahead and buy these dungeon maps. I don't know that we will need them anytime soon, but it's good to have. I can't imagine anything that I would rather do with that 400 gold. And then, you know, I insured the pet, but also, like, that didn't need to happen for several levels. It's just that I had the money and I remembered. You don't want your experience with insurance to be, oh no, I forgot to insure the pet. Yeah, you can see we're producing power-ups at an incredible rate. Well, we're getting to the point where my pet's not one-shotting everything with a single attack anymore. I guess it's a little redundant. That's kind of what one-shot means. Alright, the pet shop. That's 1 more quest done. You know, I'm a little unsure if I want to actually buy a lot of eggs. We do want to have money to potentially buy expensive daggers, should they show up in that guy's inventory. So we can head back to town now. I'd like to actually finish the rumor that we have here first. We just gotta find this random beetle. He is physical resistant. Well, we have some tools here. Let's do a vine pull. That'll do some poison damage. Keeps him in the poison. He's actually just going to die from poison damage. That poison cloud is really good. I guess I can probably afford to be pretty aggressive with my flask charges, given the the number of them that we have here. I'm definitely not just going to let fountains go by unclaimed, because I'm not going to remember to come back here. Okay, he's a puller. He's got a little bit of resistance to everything. I mean, that's just kind of how it works. Let me try this. I didn't actually hit him with my claws. Nope, the poison got him first. Alright, well. Let's head back, see if we can get some new rumors, see if the weapon shop has gotten new stuff in. Nope, in fact, he is gone. Well, that's a shame. Ooh, there's a Dungeon Digest on Fungal Caves 10. That's an item we always would like to have an extra copy of. Okay. Defeat an Ember Spirit on Fungal Caves 10 without taking 178 steps. Good reward, we'll try. Okay. Get more food than we need. And we'll just check in with her as well. I'm still just waiting for a good knife to appear somewhere. Okay, so we have to make it up Fungal Caves 10 pretty quickly here if we want to have a chance of accomplishing this. And of course it's built like a maze, man. Well, that is not our Ember Spirit. What do I want to learn first? Like I said, I think Phoenix Wing is very strong. Honestly, I'm gonna just... That's gonna be what we get first. Oh, while I'm in here, though. Alright, we have 150-ish steps left. Hopefully this thing will come to us a little bit. That's not our guy, but we should also kill him. Oh, he just got pulled over there. See, look at how not intimidating Acid Burst is. Even relative to the damage that these enemies are dealing to us now. It's a weak attack, relatively, most of the time. Except when it really, really isn't. Alright, it's just an Ember Spirit. It's somewhere around here. If I equip the Dungeon Digest, will it give me the information I want? No. It only does it when you actually enter the floor. Okay, what if we portal out and then come back in? Man, this doesn't look right. Okay, Ember Spirit the Mighty at 2036. So I would expect that to be down here, or here-ish, probably. Oh my god, I thought this would take us through to another area. It's just gonna dead-end us over here or something. Well, this is not a good use of our steps. Do we have shovels? I have a shovel. Well, we can see that that's not gonna work. Probably not too far away. How many steps do I have left? 60. I mean, I can re-equip my weapon now here. Unfortunately, there's no way to know which direction he's moved in since we got that info. It's probably up and to the left, I'm hoping. I'm going to use our one shovel in a desperate attempt to save some time here. Nope, that didn't give me, like, any vision at all. Yep, okay, well, we fail. Ugh, man. This sucks. This is a bad floor to get something like this on. I really don't care for these, like, extremely labyrinthine floors. It's kind of tedious to move around in. Alright, so we should probably go back down to floor 9, because we weren't actually finished doing stuff there, we just got kind of pulled aside by this rumor. We gotta keep our eyes out for secret areas and stuff, like we gotta do our best to find every weapon merchant. I don't need a good dagger. I don't need a fancy dagger. I just need a dagger that has a high base quality that I can build a good dagger out of. We can probably afford to keep taking Pandora's chests here. Let's grab... yeah, Phoenix Wing. Unconscious Riposte is certainly something we have access to, and in fact, we're building for the stat that gives parry, right? Yeah. So getting a counterattack every time you parry would be pretty alright. Is it a chance, or... no, always counterattack just for 30% damage. Yeah, that's like free damage, basically. I'm not sure what else we want. In one charge per move at the cost of 6 energy, attack with a weapon to unleash charges for extra damage or hold them for extra parry chance. Well, that does, extra parry chance does sort of factor into what we're doing here, doesn't it? Store 2 to 5 energy after landing a crit. That might be good. I don't know how energy bound we're going to be. We only have the 4 passive slots, and like I said, I would like to go Boudica and pick up the ability to catch ranged attacks and throw them back. And then we definitely want to keep the herbs thing. Still doing it. Okay, I'm confident we have wrung pretty much everything out of this floor. Alright, now let's finish this place off. There'll be a lot of walking down narrow hallways that turn out to be dead ends. Oh hey look, it's Ember Spirit the Mighty. Alright, let's definitely build for Guile a little bit here. It's not super important that I find a good knife. Honestly, probably even until we get past the 3rd boss. Like, our pet's gonna be able to just handle everything for such a long time. I guess this might be a good time to test out our movement thing and find out if Phoenix Wing does work the way I would like it to work. Yep, dead end. Next time we're near a couple of enemies, let's do a little experiment here. The trick is we're gonna have to cast Phoenix Wing, and then we're gonna have to frog hop onto the Phoenix Path. And mud puddles in the middle of nowhere, just like zero danger, but very annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna hold up for unconscious riposte. Let's fight like one or two more enemies and get that. Yeah, it looks like we've explored pretty much everywhere. Okay. So, whenever we step onto one of these spaces, we automatically attack around us. Yes, using movement abilities onto spaces does trigger the damage. So that's awesome. That means this will go very, very well with all of our rogue stuff. All of our brigand stuff, rather. I'm kind of wondering if we want to end up in maybe this is me trying to synergize to the detriment of other things. But I'm wondering if it might be a good idea for us to end up in light armor. Because the light armor mastery does take a turn off the cooldown of all your movement abilities. And we're going to have some pretty good, fairly damaging movement abilities. Okay, let's drop a Phoenix Wing, I suppose. Set up the Revenge Claw and just kind of like buying time until the enemies come over to me. Hey, you. Join us in the Revenge Claw. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of, like, damage abilities. That said, things seem to have turned out just fine. Wow, we are finding a lot of interesting stuff. Let's have a quick look at what all that was. So, a Spirit-Linked Hide Shield of Emergency and Treasures. I do like Emergency. Glowing Running Shoes of Toxicity and Stealth. Ooh, a Hungry Kunai of Darkness and Deadly. Well, there's your item rank 5 dagger. Let's just go ahead and equip that in slot 1. We should have something that's not... Yeah, this can remain. And I'm going to pair this with... Sorry, equip... Yeah, equip slot 1. Pair with weapon. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 263 is pretty good. The dual wield penalty is minus 4% damage and accuracy thanks to our passive. It's quite a lot of damage. Attacks may add shadow vulnerable. Plus 20% crit damage is handy. Shadow is not totally ideal because there are definitely a significant number of enemies who are either immune or highly resistant, but this is a very good start. We also found this obsidian band. Okay, lower energy costs, but all skills cost extra stamina. That's pretty bad for us. Guile and swiftness, and a lot of them, but it's going to be hard to beat the effects of these. We do need to spend some time leveling these up, and that's probably something that we'll want to do fairly soon. But for right now, I'm just very excited to have a decent dagger. So we should see a pretty significant increase in our damage output. Remember that our other passive, in addition to the fact that we're just going to be way better with our weapon now, our other passive is that we're going to crit a lot more often when fighting difficult enemies. Anything that I have to hit more than once is going to get crit. So that's good. And it has bonus crit damage on it. It's also probably worth noting, I don't think I specifically pointed this out, but every weapon has a different effect. Every different weapon type has a different effect on crit. And the effect for daggers is... Ooh, a bone dagger. The effect for daggers is plus 60 charge time. So we're going to get a fair number of free turns as well once we get our crit rate up nice and high. Alright, so let's just charge through this conversation real quick. We've now unlocked this as a... Boy, I sure hope that our responses in this conversation don't matter. Alright, we've unlocked a new thing to teleport to. So real quick, let's go back. I think it's actually faster to walk around than it is to press past turn over and over again. Don't change gear until you defeat this guy for... Yeah, alright, it has job points in the reward. That's all I need. So we still have a thing in Old Amber Station 10, and it's fine. Yeah, alright, let's step up to Ancient Ruins 12 and get this done before I forget about it. Is this way Ancient Ruins? Yes. Okay. We do want to be careful of the bombs. Man, remember that one time that I got suddenly killed by bombs and I was like, 400 damage? How are you supposed to survive against stuff that can do 400 damage to you? My, how things have changed. So after we get this quest done, honestly, it might be time to go and level up our gear. In particular, I want to try to get some actual traits onto these accessories, because one of them is white quality right now. It's definitely something that could be fixed. What was that everybody losing a turn thing? Monsters were too slow and missed their turn. Was that my charge time? I guess it might have been, because of the crit. Yeah, so we gained 60 CT a couple of times there. Can Feral Bite crit? And if it does that count as a crit with my main hand weapon for triggering the effect? Adding an extra bite. It probably doesn't count as a crit with my melee weapon. Man, those herbs are pretty good. A couple of early levels spent on Wild Child seems like a real no-brainer for pretty much any melee character now. Alright, so we're looking for a river spirit. Apparently it's none too eager to get involved with us. I guess I can understand why. Oh, hey, that's him, right? River Spirit X the Ferocious? No. River Spirit 1... River Spirit the First, the Overpowering. There's a whole lineage of them living on this floor, which is weird. I'm gonna... shoot. I'm gonna hop to the other side of him. Oh, hey. Good. More enemies. Physical immune... Okay, he's only resistant to shadow. Let's throw a quick lightning jab at him, because it doesn't cost me anything to do that. I guess I could have Phoenix Winged first. Nah, let's just hit him. I should probably turn on some healing. You know, I jumped past him because I wanted to make sure my pet had room to get in here and help. So it'd be cool if my pet took advantage of that and got in here to help. Yeah, you know, having different elements in my offhand and my main hand... Oh, man. Are some of these enemies, are these all my pets? Okay, they all belong to my pet. Never mind. Oh, hey, Bottles and Brews. Yeah, having two different weapons with two different elements is going to make it a lot easier to deal with those frustrating enemies that have resistances and stuff. We just have to be careful. That is quite a price. Oh wow, I will definitely pay 500 gold for that. But yeah, I just have to be careful to make sure that my weapons are not on the same axis of resistance. Like, we don't want to have a shadow weapon in one hand and a lightning weapon in the other. We can definitely do a couple more of these. We have a bunch of job points now, but I'm wondering if maybe we should push on a little bit, store up some, and save them. Because remember, if we want to add any lucid orbs to our gear, we do have to pay job points to make those active. Man, where's this River Spirit champion? Oh hey, and now that we have a proper dagger, we can actually start building up dagger champion kills toward getting our ultimate. I don't know what it is, but all of the ultimates that we've seen so far have been pretty good, and of course, being the ultimate skill for a weapon branch, it's going to have no cost or anything, so... Alright, I'm gonna frog hop to here, even though I don't really need to do a fancy movement ability, just that I can get that reactive regeneration available. Wow, I hit him relatively hard, I think. Hard enough that it shook the screen. Okay, the Feral Bite critted him for 113. Okay, so now that we have that, let's go back to town and try to figure out what we're going to do with this gear. Oh hey, Kyle's come out of the dungeon. What do you have for us? Okay, I don't think any of the rest of this stuff is probably worth buying, but I'm always happy to see a teleport scroll. So, you know, I don't actually know how much you have to use a weapon before you can take the ultimate with it. Let's see if he'll just tell us. Okay, 25. I have defeated a mighty 4 champions of the dagger. Well, leveling up our other slots worth of gear will help with that. We will encounter many champions in the item worlds. So... I think that... Oh, we need to level up a little bit more before we go into these. We could go into our samurai armor. Yeah, I have some other random armor that is totally acceptable and decent. Yeah, wow, these are these are going to be tough to level up, actually. Okay, well, let's put a couple levels on our samurai armor. Actually, hold on. I have a Lucid Orb of Challenges in the bank. We probably want to put challenges on it, because challenges is the best. Alright, do you have anything exciting? We have some bone daggers. Do they start to sell better qualities of stuff as you get deeper into the dungeon? Now she has item level 5 stuff. You know, I check the random merchants in town rarely enough that I don't really know how they work. Alright, so challenges. Let's see, we could... Oh, we have lethal, which is like deadly, but more so. Long shot, massive. You know, I don't think we need to put any other lucid orbs on this weapon. So let's go see what the... armor. Let's go see what the cost of lucid orb challenges would be. Oh, lucid orbs are gold. It's skill orbs that are job points. Right. Well, yeah, I'll definitely do this then. Alright, so let's put on some other armor. We have some decent stuff. This thing of challenges is fine. We can put on some... Nah, I think this is what we'll wear for now. It doesn't increase all of my damage by 10%, but it will do. No, I don't have to actually deal the lethal damage with my dagger against the champions, right? I imagine that it counts if the champion dies while I'm holding the weapon. In fact, that's got to be the case, because I'm pretty sure I have not actually stabbed 4 champions to death with this dagger yet. So hopefully we can continue letting our pet do the majority of the work. So sometimes you get herbs that restore stamina, sometimes herbs that restore health. I'm not sure if there are energy herbs or not, but the stamina and health herbs have the same art, and I kind of wish that that was not the case. Monster regen aura, we don't need that. We have an additional alchemist buddy. Ooh, a prismatic buckler. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that prismatic can only be applied to offhands, not armor. So it actually doesn't help us to collect a bunch of prismatic stuff. Yeah, the fact that the dagger is going to be giving people shadow vulnerable while giving me a bunch of free charge time to get extra stabs in seems awfully powerful. Shadow seems like the element you want on an elemental dagger. Okay. So since we don't have any relevant skill orbs, or at least I don't think we do, I probably can just go ahead and spend my job points. Well, hold on. We should make sure we don't have any relevant skill orbs before I do that. Oh, you poor fool. Look at me being smart enough not to step into the bombs. I am capable of learning, I swear. I know I don't always display that, but it's in there. And maybe I should use my bow more often. Feels like I don't get to melee all these enemies all the time. You know, I like that little bit of instant heal for the same reasons that I've liked it all of the other times. Okay, bomb shop guy, honestly, like... extra sources of shadow damage. Yeah, probably good. I kind of almost wonder if I want to go into a little bit of caster stuff. Right, because we're going through stamina a lot more quickly than we go through energy. I wonder if it would be worth picking up, like maybe even going Spell Shaper and getting Shadow Evocation, or going to get Summon Soul Shade or something. Like, all of these things that decrease shadow resistance are pretty obvious linear to build around. Yeah, for the most part, I can just walk away from stuff and let the poison cloud handle it. Man, if I'm dreaming of merchants, can't I dream of merchants who are going to sell stuff I actually care about? Well, that's suspicious, but unfortunately, I used my Knight's Shovel, and I don't think we've picked up a new one. Nope. One of these days, this alchemist is going to take some meaningful damage while doing something. But honestly, probably not until New Game Plus. You are not my memory king. Is that an unfriendly fire? It is. Okay. Let's walk over here. This thing where you can just do damage to enemies for free while walking around following them is pretty great. I'd say Phoenix Wing is one of my favorite sword dancer skills. Alright, you. That is enough running. I should probably pay more attention. To make sure that I know how many floors there are going to be when we enter an item world. Because I don't look at that, and it makes it hard for me to predict what's going to happen. I guess we'll just kind of let stuff approach us for a little while here. This is how a lot of floors of the item world start. So let's turn this on. We'll try to get a Revenge Claw off while my healing's going. Unfortunately, everything moved out of it, which is pretty annoying. I'm gonna have to actually eat something. You know, I have all these Dream Brews. Let's just... Oh, I don't have the stamina. Man, I'm getting manhandled over here. We do not have the area effect stuff that I'm used to. I mean, my pet's doing a fine job. Just grab random low health enemies and pull them over here. Let's actually eat something too, because this is kind of a lot of damage that I've taken very quickly and also constantly. I'm sure Tree Man's got it. He's fighting everything on the floor at once, and he's winning at this point. His health is just going up. I'll save you. Nope, never mind. You got it. That's all good. You got it under control. Okay, pretty good. So, before we leave... we didn't actually pick up that many dream items. Yeah, alright. So now the question is there anything else that we want to put on this armor, or do I just want to throw 2 Orbs of Reverie into it? Okay, so we looked at our Lucid Orbs. What skill orbs do we have? Oh, I definitely need to apply this. We're not going to end up using 100 Fists, because it requires you to be using your actual hands. We're probably not going to pick up Gambler stuff. We're probably not going to pick up... no, we're probably not going to pick up Iron Breathing. So no, I guess we don't have any skill orbs that are relevant except for Firebomb. We want to put the Firebomb skill on something that we're not going to unequip. So it's probably going to be the Juggernaut Helm, would be my thought here. I'm not 1000% sure. We'll keep wearing this samurai armor forever, although I do like it very much. Oops. Sorry, didn't want to talk to you. I wanted to talk to the machine. Where is my armor? Here we go. Yeah, let's just... Ooh, the final level of this is already up to very hard. What about my weapons? How tough will it be to level my weapons up? Okay, this will be pretty easy. This will be very easy. This is not a very good weapon. It could become a good weapon. All right, let's try to fix this thing up. We'll just So I definitely don't want to make it a lightning weapon. We can make the offhand a poison weapon, but I think I'm just going to roll the dice here. Alright, so let's equip something new in my offhand. We have a lot of weapons. Could just go for a basic cestus, that's fine. I could go double daggers while I'm in here. Alright, one thing I actually do need to be doing is watching to see if I'm actually proccing the heal on crits with my offhand. I assume that it works, as long as, you know, the crit is actually dealt by the offhand weapon. But also we can verify. Assumptions are worse than things that are evidenced. Alright, I really appreciate you guys pulling everything all over the place, but I need to also hit enemies occasionally. Well, they're really doing some work over there, I assume. I can't see what's happening, but... Hey, you know what I didn't do again? That's right. Okay, so we have a Shadow Grasp guy, but he's only showing up as resistant to Shadow. We don't get the actual, like, detailed info, but I think we can probably still do good damage to him with our Shadow attacks. Okay, so my bow has 4 range. It's fine. It does okay damage. Oh, you know what? I don't think that I paired my new cestus with this. We don't really have to help our pets out when it comes to normal, non-champion enemies. You know, the Void does very little damage, but it really does add up over time. It's not as bad as walking through lava, but you end up walking over a whole lot more of it. Okay. Really? It was right next to the stairs? Well, I mean, I guess we don't appear at the stairs down all the time. But it's down below us. We need to eat something. This'll do. Yep, behind the tree. Ain't that always the way? Oh, hey, do I still have a spot open in my... Alright, this teleporting me around thing could stop happening. I'm not sure whether or not I still have a spot open in my corral for a cool frog, in case we should encounter one. Okay. Gold frog down. I think we probably can just... Well, I shouldn't shoot at things that are adjacent to me with a bow. That's... As lazy as I am, it's still a bad play. So that was the Memory King, by the way, but I want to finish grabbing all the gold from the gold frog. A chemist's rust-biting bladed cestus. So, pretty bad, actually. Not a very good item. Hey, look at my pet actually got down to like 1100 health there. We left him to fight everything on the floor by himself, and it was starting to actually take a little bit of a toll. Alright. So yeah, this is where we're at now. 20% damage to machines, 25% consumable damage. I'm honestly not very happy with either of those. We don't have the money to go at this infinitely. So at some point we're going to have to just kind of be okay with what we have, but we might want to pull some traits off of this. And like, rust biting's not terrible. You end up fighting a lot of robots in some parts of the dungeon, and they're tough. They're tough enemies. But I almost wonder if we might not be better off just starting with the new one. What are we paying per dream here? Now let's go ahead and keep pushing this thing's power up. Alright, there are 4 floors. I am noting this time that there are 4 floors. Alright, so if I switch to this, it does equip my Cestus? Yeah, okay, we're cool. All the red glowing has me worried that my health is low, because you get that red glowing effect around the edge of the screen when that happens. Okay, I think we can probably just let this thing have it. It is physical, resistant, and toxic. Oh yeah, because it's made of metal. Well, it's not terribly resistant to me stabbing it in the face with a dagger. So really, all we have to do is make sure our pet isn't dealing with a ton of champions all at once, and everything should be fine. Man, I hate the fact that the costume party levels invariably are levels with a ton of fungal columns. You know what? Honestly, let's just go up. Well, we should... Let's kill this thing. We should deal with you. Summoner Whirlwind Barrier. Honestly, Costume Party is like a pretty serious additional cognitive cost. I gotta get out. I cannot handle this floor. Blade Master Puller. I probably should not just stand in this. Right, that's what we learned. But I should not just stand in stuff. Ow. That was actually kind of a lot of damage. It's weird not being functionally invulnerable. That's something we have to get used to all over again. It does seem like we're getting some actual decent loot here, so we should probably stick things out and fight. Not just run up to the next floor. Okay, that crystal can live. That one's fine. The wrong ability. And I really do think we got a lot of value out of our early time as a wild child. We picked up some skills that are really good for dealing with situations that are often super annoying as a melee character. You know, I'm just going to shoot him in the back. It's a shame we didn't end up with a good shadow-based pet. Like, if I had gotten a Soul Shade from New Game Plus, and then we had we'd bred it with an alchemist or something, so it maybe had a heal, it'd have a really good synergy with using a shadow weapon. Another one of these, huh? Oh, he's a Harrier. I do so hate the Harriers. Okay, so we can jump out of the fire into this space where there is not a blade coming toward us. And hey, my pet's finally showing up. Nice of you to come over. Well, it does seem like we're gaining levels at, like, an incredible pace, doesn't it? The thing he did where he switched places with us and did damage and left a bleed on us, that is actually a bandit ability that we will pick up. And that's one of those ones that once we have the passive, we'll also leave a firebomb in place in the space we left, which is as awesome as it sounds. Maybe even slightly more awesome than it sounds. So I have to remember to do that that quick stab whenever I can, because it can benefit from stacks of shadow vulnerable that we've added with our normal attacks. It can add a stack of shadow vulnerable for us to benefit for with our normal attacks. It's actually really powerful, and I'm not using it often enough. Okay, there's the Memory King there. I'm just going to do this. Something tells me I may need it. So when I get pulled... Okay, when I get pulled, I do not proc the bonus. That makes sense. Or the Phoenix Path. I'm just going to jump away from this thing. Okay, that guy is Blazing Blademaster Ice Daggers. Not actually super dangerous, just annoying more than anything. Oh, I'm like totally out of stamina, actually. Alright, let's eat something that restores stamina. That's not really enough health. I haven't spent much time making good food this run. Alright, how about we eat something that just restores stamina? And then if our health gets any lower, we just drink a potion. Well, we are being aggressively pursued here. I had a free turn there. So our pet had to be rescued. The Memory King's close to dead. He's not in a friendly cloud, though. I thought he was going to die to the cloud. You know what? Must you... Okay, not being able to move at all because of the hold effect is very annoying. I'm gonna try to teleport. For real, die. Okay, one down. Now we have plenty of good mint brews. This might not be enough health, though. I should use things like campfire roasted meat over the mint brews. Try to save those for situations where I'm in danger and also I can't eat. Alright, we're gonna hop out to here. We're gonna turn on the escape portal. Then we're gonna do some fleeing. I'm gonna get hit for how much? Jeez. So our helmet thing makes it so that we can only take 20% damage from a single hit. But on turns like this where I get hit 8 times, I can lose health very quickly. So I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive with our teleportation scroll usage, because in the past we have ended up with a lot of extra scrolls, but I kind of think I'm going to do one of these first. I'm a little worried that I'll teleport out and all of the frogs will jump to me and I'll just die. This ended up being like a lot of dangerous enemies, enough to actually put our pet away, which is crazy. You can see what I'm talking about with the pet, or with the enemies all jumping to us. So let's see, we're not actually going to get to kill anything. Alright, we might have to... This might have to be the last item world for a little while, because we're probably getting pretty short on money. Let's start this running. Blazing Blade Master Ice Daggers. The Ice Daggers is very annoying. Those do a lot of damage. Really, really tough to deal with as a melee character. If I just do my best to focus on these guys. I have some dream throwables, don't I? Oh, maybe not. You know what? I had some dream throwables in the last item dream. Okay. Oh, stupid Wraith marked me. Yeah, we're probably going to have to either develop some kind of solution or just not have feral fighting on all the time. Just only turn it on when we're fighting stuff that's really tough. Because never having any stamina hurts. Man, we got Bull? Really? This is like the amazing cestus of useless magical traits. I don't even want to knock an enemy back one tile. That's actually, like, a weapon that has Bull on it is worse than a weapon that doesn't. Yeah, that was an expensive and quite bad item dream. We'll keep looking around here. Oh yeah, that frog. Really, you gotta miss? Honestly, as far as bows go, this is a pretty good bow. Okay. You know what? We made a lot of money on this last floor. It probably has made up for at least some of the cost of coming in here. Right when I was about to actually get to hit him with a melee weapon. Alright, let's use whatever dream stuff we've picked up. Nothing, really. Alright, and then get the heck out of here, because this sucked. So yeah, I actually think the Cestus is now worse than it was when we started. I mean, it has a much higher base power, I guess. Have I gotten close? 18. Alright. We have 4,300 gold. So I think I'm going to go pull... Let's pay the cost to remove Bull from that item. Oh wow, that's really expensive. Let's remove a modifier. Yeah, like this is... Most of the time, knocking an enemy back one tile is going to be really bad for us. So we don't have the money to go back in. Alright, we're going to have to just use it as it is then. Oh, I have the wrong weapon equipped. It is up to 285 weapon power. That's certainly not anything to sneeze at. We need to level up our daggers too, but obviously we're gonna have to wait a little while. I guess I have a lot of gear. Hold on. Yeah, okay. I had a lot of money worth of stuff here. You know what? I'm gonna go get my cheap heal for the level. And then we're gonna do one more. We are, in fact, going to apply that... Actually, hold on. I should spend some of my job points. Because I'm earning them really quickly. So... This is a lot of damage, and it's a damage type that we don't have any of yet, which is valuable. Like having Thundering Lion available is good. Yep, increasing your parry dramatically when you're in situations like that where we're just surrounded by stuff. Often very powerful. Another weapon ability, I think, another movement ability, I think is a good idea. Yeah, I mean, Flame Serpent also is, like... We might just buy everything from this class, honestly. I don't know that I need Key Mastery... But I think we actually have, we've generated so much JP that I may be able to just buy everything here. Root target enemy reduced its damage by 33%. Yeah, like Flame Serpent's good. Ice Tortoise is actually pretty powerful. We're gonna have to rebuild our bars a little bit here. Yeah, I don't think we will use Key Mastery, so let's take Relentless Current and Hold the Moon, and then go change our class. Actually, we have a job change scroll. I'll use that. And I think we're gonna swap over to Boudica real quick, because there's a couple of things there that I really want to pick up. Alright, so let's enter the item dream on this Cestus one more time, because we can put one more plus on here. And hopefully we'll get something cool. Yeah, lightning is the one thing I don't want to switch its type to. I don't want to use our good acid orb that's back in the bank. We could put stinging on it. No, I think I'm gonna try to get lucky here. We're just gonna hope for a good one. Wow, that's expensive. Yeah, alright, let's do it. So now, as a Boudica, we have access to better unarmed damage, but I think I still want to use my weapons, because we have the passives and everything. We do have an offhand punch attack, but I'm not sure if you get the offhand punch attack when you're using a weapon in your main hand. I think you don't. And also, this is totally fine. Alright, the last floor or two are actually going to be pretty dangerous here, so we gotta focus up. But take this seriously. Please do not shoot acid. Wow, boy, it is just enemies absolutely everywhere. This guy's an Avenger, so we probably ought to focus. Kill him as quickly as possible. Ah, they've got him under control. Alright, that's bad acid. I do not want to be in that one. It's kind of weird that there's persistent good acid, huh? You know, I was going to save rebalancing the bars and everything for between the episodes, but actually, given that this dungeon's going to be a little bit harder, I wonder if it's maybe not a good idea to wait. Oh, is he a Harrier? No, he is not. I thought I saw him shoot one of those little arrows at us. Alright, we got some planks here. Hopefully, alright, there we go. I do kind of want to just, like, tear through this place quickly. Even though we are getting real rewards here, it is also dangerous. Boy, this Kragan is slow even by Kragan standards. Are these guys all shadow immune? Is that a function of this creature? 'Cause I don't know that I ever noticed that before, but that's inconvenient for me. Yeah, man. The moment you step onto a floor in an item level, they just really go at you. Alright, so the number one most important thing I'm interested in from this class is two-finger catch, which is awesome. We almost have enough. We're not going to be a Boudica for very long. I'm going to get two-finger catch, and then we're going to like think about picking up a vital point, maybe, to replace one of our less impressive, like, maybe Panthox skin. Because honestly, our physical resist is fine. It's our elemental resist that I'm worried about. So a passive that eats up a passive slot, but only gives you the kind of resistance we already have a lot of, does not seem worth the slot. And I mean, by the way, it's worth noting that we're not really as low on money as it looks like, because I haven't sold any of my non-common equipment in a very long time. We have a lot of it. Physical damage is not the best way to do things here, but it is safe. Very, very safe. Making sure I hadn't completely missed the stairs up because they were behind a tree or something. And sometimes he shoots out the gas, and I'm not really sure why. Kind of want to fight that champion. But it's teleporting around very erratically. Okay, there we go. Now I have it properly aggroed. Although I killed it with the bow in my hands. Yeah, I had to try to be holding my dagger when stuff dies. Unfortunately, I'm going to turn this on. Unfortunately, it is not the case that I can actually kill everything with my dagger, so I kind of have to, to some degree, hope my pet can just handle stuff. Harrier Explosive Conjurer is a really annoying set of traits. Let's grab this health herb. Yeah, man, it is... the first couple of seconds of a new floor are intense. Let's turn on our parry thing. Yeah, Dust in the Wind. More abilities that cost stamina. And then, also, Ice Daggers, like, we gotta spend some energy getting some damage out. So he's about to pop again, and unfortunately, he's not anywhere near defeating that enemy. We could take a, like a campfire roasted meat, get him a bunch of health back, but I don't know that it'll be enough to let him actually survive very long. That said, I'm willing to try it. We have not picked up powerful dream potion or anything. Let's see if we can save him. You can kill some of these enemies. Unfortunately, he's hitting them. They're hitting him with weapons that are ineffective, and but he's just taking so many hits per turn. Yeah, he's done for. Alright, I'm just gonna go back down to the previous floor. Pick up a little bit of money. And we'd better go and get our pet back. How much money do I have on me? Okay. Way more than enough. We actually have been... We've been picking up a lot of cash in this particular dungeon. Yeah, so even though he's quite strong, it's just the raw number of enemies that we're fighting like every second. It gets to a guy, you know? Okay, so I don't have to pull anything yet. We definitely want to recover our energy and stuff. Oh, I should also use these. So I need cheese. Wait until we're no longer full, and then eat some mints. Cheese and mints, two great tastes that taste great together. The item is called Box of Mints. It's like, what is the actual name of the mints? Well, we don't have any, because I don't buy them. I'm sure that what's his name has some. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't buy them, so if we don't just pick them up in the wild, we don't get any, and that's been fine because the rate at which I use them is very, very low, but... Okay. Let's try this again. Man, it's just too many. It's too many enemies, is what it is. Alright, let's, do we have a dream throwable? Well, they would have disappeared when I left the dream. So let's use a normal throwable. That's not very much damage. We have some of those shadow shurikens, but maybe I should hit some stuff first. This guy's shadow immune, which is going to be a real problem for me. And my monitor just turned off. Sorry, hold on a second. Hey, you know what? I can play on the capture footage on the other monitor. Let's... Flame Serpent. So I actually need to switch to my other gear here. Yeah, this is just super hard. Like, there's too much stuff here. We gotta kill something. So you're fire immune. You're shadow immune. Do I have a lightning throwable? Let's see here. Offense. I do. I have some lightning brews. Okay. You know, actually, this might be helpful. Is lightning brew or shock brew better? Okay, shock brew is great. Let's do that. Okay, I was gonna say, seriously, the summons are gonna survive that? Okay, that softened things up a little bit. These things will probably die to the alchemical gas next turn. I'm gonna use a potion here. Sort of a medium potion. Okay. Okay. We're on a lot fewer enemies now. And the Flame Serpent actually did a ton of damage. Ah, the stupid frogs jumped in and are blocking for him. Sure wish I knew why my monitor was off. I wonder if something is wrong. So we've got you down to 40. I'm taking, like, crazy damage, though. Huge amounts of damage constantly. This is just a little bit too difficult for us. I have some meat kebabs. It's quite a bit of health. Okay. So I think I want to do... Flame Serpent is still not available yet. Oh, can't stand in the fire. Oh, did that thing actually die? Yes. Okay. All right. I think we're good then. I think that is the most dangerous enemy in the group by far. Really, it only pulled him one space? I thought... Yeah, I thought Vinepole pulled stuff all the way to us. Isn't that usually how it works? Okay, and I'm out of all resources, but we can switch back to our good weapon now. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to shoot at you with my bow, because I don't want to step in these frost traps. Okay, and somewhere out there, there's still a Memory King. The capture window on the other monitor, unfortunately, is quite a bit smaller than my full screen, so this is a little bit of an extra challenge. The game heard me talking trash. This is only floor 3, by the way. This isn't even the Memory King floor. We get to go up one more time. I guess let's use this Dream Consecrated Chalice. And then also some cheese and some mints. Yeah, this has been remarkably difficult. Alright, so we just need to find the stairs and get out of here quickly. I have no interest in sticking around. Well, never mind that thing I just said. I do want this frog dead. It looks like all the gold popped down there. It's weird that the stacks of gold from the gold frog avoid the deadly void while no other loot seems to. That's probably better for the monsters than it is for me. Alright. Who's ready to get totally manhandled one more time? Oh good, costume party. Man, the jab doesn't really work if I miss subsequent attacks. This is just a brigand. Yeah, like, the enemies on this level that are not champions are below average. Okay, we're getting... As soon as we step in, we're getting mobbed. Just like usual. I should have been ready for it. That was a handy time for a level up, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so there's a champion Ember Spirit down here, I'm assuming? Or maybe there was? Oh, we're still not on the item, Memory King floor. Right, fungal columns. It's all fungal columns. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have to switch manually to the bow all the time. Alright, let's try to get this place over with. I hate this item dungeon. I am done with it forever. Ow. I am too frozen to do stuff. Like live. I'm too frozen to live. Okay, we have a lot of dream stuff, but it's not good stuff. We're using actual resources a lot now. More than I would like, certainly. Hey, pet, get over here and save me. Nope, he is in fact immune to shadow. Yeah, you know, there are upsides and downsides to having a shadow weapon. Probably it's not worth going past there. Let's just keep some health and stamina coming in. I need to actually cook some food, apparently. We've been just rolling through things for so long that I forgot what it is like to not massively over-level the enemies. It adds a little bit of difficulty. I forgot about the difficulty. Hate these things. Alright, how are we doing on job points? We actually have a lot. So, I probably want to pick up... Key Wave is powerful, but it's also kind of awkward to use. I think I want to grab Vital Point Explode. I think I want to take off Panthox Skin for this. So each time we attack, we may put a debuff on enemies that causes them to explode when they die. That'll combo with our bombs and stuff, we'll be able to get strings of enemy kills. This is just a generally good ability. In particular, it helps to deal with crowds, which is a real problem that we are having. We don't want to pick up any of the other vital point stuff because we don't have the passive slots. I don't think I want Tornado Stance because in general, I want to stay adjacent to things. I mean, a lot. Don't want to pick this up, so I think actually we're done with Boudica. Which means that actually we should back up, get our job changed, so that we don't waste any more job points. And you know what? At this point, I think it's time for Brigand. As much as it would be cool to pick up some Edge Stain stuff, we're gonna run out of slots, so. And it'll be good to be able to spend job points on other things. Okay, so. Just walked right into that, not intentionally, but it's fine. Alright, let's get this item dream done and get out of here so we can get back to the normal game. Because it turns out I'm not really high enough level to take advantage of the item dreams of the extremely good items that I have. This has actually been totally miserable. Right, what is this guy? He's Avenger Toxic Barrier. Okay. That's not too bad. He is shadow immune, which is annoying. We need another knife. We need a let's see, increase our parry here. We need another knife so that when we run into shadow immune stuff, we can stick with a dagger. I'm gonna do this. Okay, he actually stood still long enough for me to hit him with the claws. That was nice. Are you my... Nope, you are not my Memory King. Where on earth is this Memory King? Okay, well apparently I'm not going to be allowed to move away from him, so... You know, after all this time, I'm still not used to the fact that there's poison gas everywhere. I still have an instinctive reaction that's like, okay, well, I gotta move out of that. This is the longest item dream in the history of time. What is going on here? Why is there no boss anywhere? Okay, it's not super easy to read this thing at this size. I guess we go down to the bottom right corner and then try to go up from there. Oh wait, that's a guy. There we go, finally. Okay, what's your deal? Avenger Steel Toe Blinking Harrier Frogmaster. Great. Avenger Frogmaster is a bad combination. So let's try to get this over with. I'm going to Phoenix Wing. Then I'm going to have no stamina left. That's a crucial part of my plan. Well, at least this guy trying to walk away from us is not working that well on account of my Phoenix Wing. So you see that he's going to explode when he dies. That's our thing there. And I am going to, real quick, just heal myself. You know what? Let's not mess around with this. Okay, and of course he summoned right as he died, so I get to get attacked by 100 enemies. Pet, please handle this. Okay. So we gained of Thunder. That's not very good. like I said, we don't really want our offhand to be on the same elemental pair as our main hand. Because obviously when we run into enemies that are immune to the shadow thing, that force us to change weapons, it means our offhand will still be weak. But, you know, at least it's a plus power trait that doesn't come with a negative for most enemies. For now, I think we'll take it. Yeah, 362. It's hard to argue with that. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for us for today. That was horrible. That was my least favorite experience item dreaming ever in all of Tangledeep. Thank you so much for watching. Come back next time. I'm going back to the dungeon. Let's just fight normal enemies in normal reality for a while. And we'll see you then.